Once we've gone through and evaluated that functionality, and commonly we can do that right after that business process review, we'll want to go through and analyze your data together. We're going to take a look at your current state. What's the data integrity with the information that's in your system today? I'll give an example. Sometimes we have manual updates made to vendors or customers. Maybe additional ship-to addresses have been added over time, but no cleanup has been done on old data. Perhaps we've got resequencing that happened with our items or our chart of accounts. Maybe we've changed our segments at some point in the past and didn't go through a cleanup. So just walking through and understanding for each of your master records, so customers, vendors, items, that chart of accounts, what's the current state of the data integrity? Another area I would challenge each business to think about is the importance of historical data. For some folks, this is just net change information at the highest level for financials. For other folks, this is detailed transaction level information for historical sales orders or historical purchase orders. In either case, just mapping out what historical data is important to you and why. Is it important for reporting purposes, and could we solve for that using Power BI, or is it important for future business transactions and needs to be migrated to Business Central? That's an important exercise to go through. Planning time for that data cleanup. So any data cleanup that needs to occur, deduplication of data, purging of information, archiving old records, or data construction. So in the case that you might be implementing items and need to add dimensions and weights. Perhaps you don't have that stored in GP today, but that's important for you as you move to Business Central, something that you view as important to implement at the time of go live. That data construction effort can take some time. So understanding what, if any, data cleanup exercises you feel are important to take on, and planning the time to execute on those tasks alongside any project-based work. Once you evaluate your data, it's a great time to think about your master data management. So evaluating, today, do we have any governance around who can create a customer or who can create a vendor? Who owns the customer record? Who owns the item record? Those are really important exercises. There's varying degrees of data management that can be taken on by organizations. So just understanding what's right for you. I would encourage you to think about this specifically because if you're going through the exercise of evaluating your data integrity, evaluating your historical data, performing data cleanup, it's a great time to consider implementing a data management strategy if you don't have one, so that you can preserve that data going forward. You've invested to clean up the data, you've invested to bring that data integrity level up to par. So it's worthwhile just to stop and think for a moment. For my data going forward, how do I preserve this so that it can be preserved in the new system and our quality can stay at that highest level?